technological exploitation of nature would be a lifeless desert. All natural capital would be exhausted, having been devoured by the mills of production, and the resulting debt to nature would be infinite. But long before then, payback time will come for mankind. Scrooge is terrified, but at the same time, he's been making some rapid calculations. If the good future is the real one, he should invest in alternative energies and desalination plants, and then he'd make a killing. If the bad future is the real one, he needs to corner the dog food market and build himself a fortified underground bunker with piped-in oxygen, and he'll end up controlling the world, or what's left of it. Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends, to which, if persevered in, they must lead, says Scrooge, quoting his famous forebear. But if the courses be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus, with what you show me. I deal in future, says the spirit of Earthday Future. My best offer is maybe. Scrooge clutches the spirit's arm, which shrinks, collapses, and dwindles down into a bedpost. His own bedpost. What a horrible dream, he thinks, but so far only a dream. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all 3 Earth days shall strive within me. I have time to make amends. In the non-fictional world, in which you and I do something called existing, and Scrooge does not, we've been discussing various ways of looking at debt. Like all our financial arrangements, and like all our rules of moral conduct, in fact, like language itself, notions about debt form part of the elaborate imaginative construct that is human society. What is true of each part of that mental construct is also true of debt in all its many variations. Because it is a mental construct, how we think about it changes how it works. Maybe it's time for us to think about it differently. Maybe we need to count things and add things up and measure things in a different way. In fact, maybe we need to count and weigh and measure different things altogether. Maybe we need to calculate the real costs of how we've been living and of the natural resources we've been taking out of the biosphere. Is this likely to happen? Like the spirit of Earthday Futures, my best offer is maybe. Scrooge climbs out of his bed and goes to the window. There's the world. It's very beautiful, what with the trees and the sky and so forth. It used to look solid, but now it appears fragile, like a reflection on water. A breath of wind would ripple it, and it would vanish. I don't really own anything, Scrooge thinks, not even my body. Everything I have is only borrowed. I'm not really rich at all. I'm heavily in debt. How do I even begin to pay back what I owe? Where should I start?
From Convocation Hall in Toronto, Payback, the 5th and last of this year's thought-provoking CBC Massey lectures, Payback, Debt and the Shadow Side of Wealth by Margaret Atwood, timely above all else. And perhaps she is right. If debt is a mental construct and how we think about it changes the way it works, then now, almost more than ever, it is time to think about it differently. And it's time to realise that here is a woman who has wonderful ranges of presentation style. That's another thing I'll take away with me as a broadcaster, my admiration for how she was able to just vary her tone. Now, don't forget you can head to our website for more information on the Masseys or to hear them again. So that's at abc.net.au/rn/bigideas.